Hi everyone, Annette Kessler here with a new video tutorial, and today we are making paper perk number 10. I have this designed for you. I'm going to make a little concertina book from these 4 panels, and if you are new to the paper perk group or videos, then you know that you need to be a YouTube subscriber. And then you need to click on the link under the video to go to the Paper Perks group, Facebook group. And there you can download all the printables for free. It's a free printable group for you that I have designed each and every printable, and you can go ahead and download them in the Facebook group. I'm sorry for all those who are not on Facebook. I will have to come up with maybe a mechanism or some other way to have an option for you to download it as well. I will have to think about it. I got a few requests for that. So anyway, I'm going to cut these 4 panels and then I'll be back. Okay, so I'm back. I've cut all the pieces and then inked the edges with Vintage Photo Distress ink. This is of course optional. Now I want to make my concertina book. Basically there are 2 ways to do this. I'm going to show you one way but explain the other way as well. First, I have here a coffee dyed paper or tea dyed paper. I'm using A4 papers because this is the size that I have available here. The printable is on a 8.5 and 11 paper. So what I want to do first is cut it to size, so you will see how this comes out. But you can of course use the other size as well. Let's do this. Oops. That was not supposed to happen. Let's bring another paper. I meant to cut it at 11, not 8.5. The reason that I'm cutting it is I want to attach it to the paper, but you see the gaps are slightly, well, you could. Let's do that instead of just cutting it. So what I need is my glue, and first I want to fold it I'm going to fold it in a concertina shape. So this is the first way. So this, you have your concertina, and then I'm going to attach these and be back. So I like to use liquid glue when I'm working. I know a lot of you don't. I know a lot of you use what you call it, the dry glue or the glue stick, but I like the option to wiggle the paper into position, and then when you use a dry glue it's a little harder. Also, I would like to apologize to all the men in the group because it says think like a queen, obviously not for men, but it is what it is. So I'm just going to add distress ink on all the excuse me, on all the paper, and then we'll be able to continue. Okay, so I have inked all the edges, so this is the one side. Now I want to add some papers to the other side. So what I'm going to do is You can add as many papers as you want. I'm just going to show you how to add them. Just going to tear like this. I like that edge when it is torn. And then fold it in half. And of course you can add as many papers as you want, as long of course that it is not too bulky. But you get the idea. You can make it into a signature and add it. Well, this paper is ruined anyway, so we can go ahead and fold it and use it as another signature. Although it's kind of heavy, this paper, you can hear that it is heavier. Now, if you have a sewing machine, you can go ahead and sew it. I don't have a sewing machine. This is, by the way, how it's going to look like this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to semi-sew it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just tie it. I'm not even going to sew it really like an 8 or anything. Just going to insert it. Just eyeball it like this. Again, you can sew it if you want. It's not actually a bookbinding thread, just an embroidery thread that I have. You can use, of course, the regular bookbinding waxed thread. So I'm just doing a double knot, and that's enough for me. Of course, like I said, you can make it the signature much bigger. So I'm going to sew in all the papers and then be back. Okay, so to close it, I have here a little ribbon. You can use lace or whatever you want. And then maybe add a little charm to it, a little ball pin. And that's your Concertina book. Now, this is, again, as many pages as you want, and this is how it looks on the other side. Now, if you want another way to make this, you can simply cut the panels and then attach them back to back, and then attach another pair back to back, and then cut all the pages in the same size panel and simply bind them on the side, make holes and bind them with little rings, and then you have like even you can call it a mini journal. It opens up like this with all the pages inside, and then instead of going like this, it will all be binded here with the rings, and this, for example, will be on the side. So you have the front cover, and then you'll have the back cover, and then you have the pages inside. So I really hope you like this tutorial. Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and then go to the Facebook group. You have a link in the description under the video where you can go ahead and download all the printables. Thank you very much for joining me, and I will see you next time.